Hello there, if you have this video, you are doing an at-home touch-up kit. A small mini touch-up at home, and I'm so happy that we're able to create this for you and help everyone out, because when you look good, you feel good. This is how we put our touch-up kits at home. You're gonna get a brown bag like this from us. And inside of it, you have a pair of gloves, a bowl to put your color in, a brush, and then your color, okay? So this is the color here. There's a number 1 on it. And then here is your developer. There's a number 2 on it. And it's in foils because it's light sensitive, so we want to keep it as fresh as possible. And if you are doing this, you want to use your color as soon as possible, so that you could get the best outcome for your color. So what you're going to do is take the number 1 cup, open it like so. And with your bowl, you are going to scoop the color out of your little cup and into the bowl. So it should be pretty empty, okay? That's number 1. I'm gonna put this, throw it in my bag. Then I'm gonna take the foil off your number 2. Looks like this. Number 2. Take the lid off, and then I'm gonna put the number 2 right in with the number 1. I'm gonna use my brush to try and get all of the product out. So it should be pretty empty. Going to throw that in my bag. So now this is your developer and your color together. And you're just gonna mix it really well until both things are nice and smooth. They're mixed together and the color is nice and smooth. So just mix, 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 mix. This is usually how hairstylists get their color done. Doing it ourselves. Welcome to our life. Okay, so now I'm going to put my gloves on. All right. I'm going to make sure that my color is mixed one more time. I'm going to clean my brush. Try and get all of the color off of the brush. Okay. Go. All right. So my brush is clean, my bowl is clean for the most part, right? We want to have control of our color. So I want you to start where you part. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a middle part. I have a little baby touch-up, but it is time for a touch-up. So you can see that. So I'm gonna go ahead, clean my brush one more time. And what you wanna do is try to concentrate the color at the very bottom of your brush. Okay? So I like to use the color that I wiped off from the side of my brush. I like to pick that up. So it should look like this on your brush, okay? So you wanna make sure that your brush is charged and pretty charged up with the product at the tip of the brush. So you're gonna go ahead and just put the product exactly where your part is. Okay. So now it's on my part, and this should be enough color for you to at least do your part and your hairline. So you're gonna do your part, and then you're gonna do a small sliver section. Okay? See how thick that section is? It should be pretty thin. You should be able to read a newspaper through your section. So I'm gonna bring that section over, recharge my brush, and then apply it on my part. My touch-up isn't that long, so I'm gonna keep it pretty close to my to the root. So if you have a longer touch-up, then you're gonna wanna brush it out a little bit more. So there's another sliver. See, super thin. I'm gonna bring it over. And touch it up. I'm gonna touch it up right here. So you should be able to do at least maybe 3 or 4 sections to one side. And you want to make sure that it's saturated, because if it's not saturated, your color is not going to come out even and it won't cover your gray. And I know most of us want to cover our gray, so make sure that it looks thick on your hair, kind of like yogurt. Okay, there we go, there we go. So maybe about 3 or 4 subsections, which are the little slivers. 3 or 4 times, and I'm gonna go back to where I originally started. I'm gonna take this whole section, bring it over, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, another 3 or 4 sections. If your sections aren't fine enough, then it won't cover. So make sure you're saturating, putting enough product on your brush, and then putting enough on your section. Okay, so sometimes if you need to add more color, you could. So I'm gonna put that on, take a little sliver, here we go, go. Here's my section. There we go, you could see it. I'm gonna bring it over and apply. If you're doing this yourself, it could be a little funky angle-wise. If you're having somebody do it for you, perfect. We're trying to make this as easy as possible. So, all right, so there we go. I have about 3 sections on this side, 3 or 4 sections on this side. Now, what I'm gonna do, and probably where you get gray if you have it, I'm gonna grab color and apply it here, right on my hairline. I'm gonna bring my hair back. So I grabbed my hair and I brought it back, and then I'm gonna just apply color to my hairline at the root. Okay. Try to just keep it at your hairline, and you'll be good. So if you have a lot of gray, you want to make sure that this part is uber saturated. So right here, you want to brush the color up to get it away from your face and really saturate. So this side is done. If you have a side part, I part on this side, so I'm going to show you how to do a side part. So you just want to go where you part. I usually tend to wear my hair over pretty much like that for the most part. Actually a little bit more over. So this is where I part. So this is my side part. So if I'm starting over, I'm going to again mix my color, section where I part. There's my baby touch up. I'm going to charge my brush and apply color. This one, I'm going to go to the left, come over. Section, so 3 or 4 sections on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my section, bringing it over. Yeah, my last section. Straight. There we go. So 3 or 4 sections on this side. So I'm going to go back to where I part, where I started, and do this side. Here's my section, bring it over. Section. And make sure your sections, you pull the hair so you can really see where you're putting the color. Especially if your touch-up is darker and you have like highlights or a balayage, you don't want to get the dark on the light pieces, or try not to. Okay? As much as you can. This is just temporary, guys. So there's my 4 sections, 3 or 4 sections. I'm gonna do my hairline, so I'm gonna pull my hair up. And I'm just gonna apply. But if you do have gray on your hairline, you wanna really recharge your brush like this. Make sure you try to have control of the color. Okay? And then apply it here. You kind of want to just like set that color and make sure that it's nice and thick and saturated so that the gray covers. Here we go. I'm gonna do my whole hairline. So I did this side. Now I'm gonna go back and refresh this side. Here, and then just depending on how much color you have left, I have a little bit of color left, okay? I'm gonna just touch up other areas. I'm gonna do all the way around. If you touch up, if you wear your hair up and you know, have a little extra color, you can put it all the way around your hairline so that you make sure you touch up your hairline all the way around. Turn so you can see. I wear my hair up a lot, so I'm going to do my whole hairline. go. So if you do a side part, start wherever your part is, side or middle, 3 or 4 sections to each side, and you're good to go. If I have just a little bit more color left, so what I'm gonna do, since I tend to get gray back here, I'm going to part my hair here, where I can see. There we go, and I'm gonna just apply color in those areas. Because sometimes your hair splits, or I don't know. Sometimes it's just weird. So, since there's a little bit of color, let's just throw it on. That's all it is. There you go. So now it's time to process. You can put all the hair back away from your face. You let it process for whatever amount of time your stylist says. Because different colors and different clients need different processing time. So just whatever your stylist says, you know, process it at that time, and then you can wash it in the shower. So just a quick recap. You're gonna take everything out of your bag. Your bowl and brush, gloves, color, number 1 and number 2. And what's cool is that this bag you can use for trash. So all of your stuff, just put it in here and then you just throw the bag out later. Except the bowl and the brush, you have to bring that back. Okay. So number 1, you open it up, you take everything out, put it in your bowl. Number 2, open it up, put everything that's in here, put it in your bowl. Mix, 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 clean your brush. Okay, clean the brush, as much color as you can. Then you want to try to get your color, charge your brush up, get your color at the tip of your brush. Part your hair exactly where you poured it for the most part. If it's in the middle, then you start to apply at the middle, sections 3 to the side, 3 to this side, 3 to 4 to this side, depending on how much hair you have. And then once you finish that, your section should be paper thin. So really thin sections, bring it over. Then once you're all done, you bring the hair back away from your face and do all of the hairline. Bring it back, all of the hairline. I also like to do my eyebrows. So if you want to do your eyebrows, you can do your eyebrows. So, and that's it. And then you let it process whatever amount of time your stylist says. And that's it. All of your trash, you could just trash this, your bowl and brush, wash it just with soap and water, and you bring this back to us on your next visit, okay? Thank you, good luck. Have a great time, enjoy it. We will be back in the salon soon to take care of you. This is only temporary. Everyone stay safe, and we love you from the layer.